Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new review, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to you all, and welcome to my favourites, Marielli. In this episode, I shall be talking about the 2020 supernatural horror that is Brahms, The Boy 2. Let's get cracking. I'd like to start off firstly with something that kind of irks me a bit about this film. In the description, it's described as a standalone film, meaning it should have no relation to any of the previous or future films in the franchise, which I'm guessing it kind of is. There's more than one of them. So with that, it bloody does. It's related. And by that, I mean it has the same doll, the same location. The only thing they've done different is they've set it in a guest house, which is on the same land as the mansion from the first film. And they include the deaths of the elderly couple from the first one in the background history of Brahms in this one. So how are they not related or connected? They are. It's not a standalone. It's a sequel. So I don't get why. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you could let me know down below in the comments. But to me, it just bugs me. Like, why would you write it as a standalone if it's a continuation of a story? They even show in the first one at the end where the doll's being rebuilt. They show that clip at the end of this film. So surely they're linked, they're not standalone. So don't get, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm getting my descriptions wrong, or the way I've read it and the way I've understood it, it's not standalone. It's a sequel. And when they do things like that, absolutely pisses me off. And I know it shouldn't. Maybe it's just me. Stuff like that irritates the hell out of me. But if they say it's going to be this, it should be this. It shouldn't be that, but called this. Do you know what I mean? Please. Unfortunately, I've got to say that most of the scares arrive very slowly and planned out. Well, of course, they're planned out. It's in the script. But I'm guessing it was in the script, or maybe the editing or something. If they cut bits out, they've ruined it. But the scares are very slow and very brought out very slowly throughout the film. To be honest, over half of the film, all you see is the doll's eyes look around the room, or his head slightly turn. And one of the few bits you actually might get to see him move, you don't. You just hear a sound, and he's flipped over chairs and this big wooden table, but you don't get to see it. You have to use your imagination to think how to do it. When he got down, did he flip it and then run off, or things like that? So it absolutely irks me that it was a slow build when I was expecting so much more from this film, especially with the first one being, which I'll be honest, the first one, I wasn't expecting much. I thought it was going to be a cheap B-movie thing, but Lauren Cohen from The Walking Dead was in it, so I thought, okay, if she's in it, she's come out of The Walking Dead to maybe do this film, or this one came along just as she left it, and she's doing it must be good if she's decided to be a part of it. But with that, the sequel doesn't really stand up to expectations. And also have to say that some scenes are very repetitive throughout the film. You can get the same situations. The dialogue may be different, but the scenes or the settings is near enough the same a few times throughout the film. With the cast, it is a small group of actors, but they are experienced and quite diverse. I chose this film to review because I had high hopes following the first one. As I said previously, the first one was quite a surprise. It did reasonably well at the box office with the budget it had. I think it did about 6 or 7 times more than what it cost, and that was about $10 or $11 million. So I wanted to give it a go. I wanted to watch it for ages, but never got around to watching it when it was in the cinema. Finally came onto Amazon Prime. I spent the last few weeks wanting to watch it so I could do this review, and unfortunately it lets me down. I expected so many more scary moments in this film. In fact, the only best bit in this film comes right near the end, and then as you finally thought, oh good, this will be the end of it. It ends well, albeit it's been a long, slow fucking process to get here. Gets to that, only to then be taken over by that with an extra 10 minutes of content. That's me. 10 minutes of footage. There we go. Footage. Bloody stutter. So yes, there's extra footage right at the end, which unfortunately is predictable, ruins it, and it's like, why? You could have ended it there. Could have just cut out, gone black, roll the credits. Now that would have been, I would have been happy with that. That would have been the ending that I would have been hoping to rescue the rest of the film, and then I would have left watching it being very happy. I wasn't. It was predictable and let it down. I mean, they've left it open for a sequel, but I really hope they don't. I hope they'll leave it to the viewer's imagination. If they did sequel, I don't see how they could. It would just be a bit shit. The cast is small, experienced, and does their best to make this film enjoyable. With the script, I felt it got a bit lost, or maybe the viewers might get a bit lost in some of the dialogue or the explanations that they've tried to give, or the reasons for the haunted doll. There we go. For the haunted doll, but overall, it's not too bad. The production and the settings overall are pretty decent and nicely used. Is it worth watching? Yes, but only to see how they've carried on the story with Brahms, how they've basically only watch it to find out how they would have brought him back, basically. And that's about it. I wouldn't watch it again. I'm not planning on watching it again unless I am strapped to a chair with duct tape and gagged, and my eyes are held open with tape. To be honest with you, I'm not going to watch it again. I enjoyed it for what it was. Slow build up. Could have been a good ending, ruined by the actual ending. Right guys, we've come to the end of this review. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed my content, don't forget to go click subscribe, click like, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Just let me know what you think. That'd be awesome. See you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.